It's William jumping. Welcome to my channel. So previously, yeah, we talked about just a little bit about the upscaling, and we use the I believe it's called Ultimate ST upscale, Ultimate ST upscale, and to upscale my drawing. Okay, it's still a working process. Yeah, I got like a lot of project going on, and just to draw this on my Procreate. But yeah, as you can see, some of the shadowing, I'm still not sure about how to do the shadowing, so I use this like the cell shading here, and got this like soft brush, got shadow here. So it's really rough, and I'm still learning, but I use this workflow. By the way, if you want to just download my workflow, you can join the Patreon. You can like the pinned post. You can download all this workflow. Of course, you can also like follow my video. Okay, so this method obviously works, but of course it will have some of the like drawback because the ultimate upscale is like you use a reference image and using AI to upscale that and generate what's in between. So it can get a really bad results because the denoise is really low. And if your original image, say the original image, I draw this, so I know that I got the most part is correct. But sometimes if you original drawing is not correct, or say this is like a really real photo, but the detail, the proportion is not correct, or maybe this original image is like AI generated image. Sometimes it doesn't make any sense of the AI generated image. And even though you use this workflow, sometimes you will get like a really weird result because, like all the models, it's garbage in, garbage out. So its the original reference model is not good enough. Even though you upscale it, you will just get a really absurd, upscaled image. So, so in order to solve this problem, we can do something like this. We can do the latent upscaling first, and then doing this ultimate upscale later. So, yeah, let me just show you. Let me start building this from scratch, right? Yeah, so I load from default. I got something like this. Okay, so of course, if you run this, okay, if you run this, it will just give you in a beautiful scenery, glass bottom landscape, all that. It will be pretty quick. Yeah, just give you an image like this, and of course you can save it. Of course, it's a really decent image. It's 515, 512. Sorry about that. So it will get something like this, and yeah, fairly good resolution, but it's not as good as I expected because if you look at here, sometimes this part doesn't make any sense. Okay, so I know this is like a cap of a bottle. Okay, even though you got like dream-like environments, like you are bottling the whole forest as well as the universe inside. But sometimes you have to focus on detail. This should be transparent. You shouldn't get this color here. So instead of just to refine this, if you refine this, this part will be like using ultimate upscaler. This part will be, maybe become a glass, something like that, and then there will be the metal part and glass part, which is extremely weird. So yeah, of course, you can use something like InPaint to just like redo this part. But of course, you can do some hack like this. So before you do the upscale, you want to you know change the image here by using the latent. Okay, we got the empty latent image here before the cake sampler, right? So that's the that's the like the major part where we are going to do our work. So I'm going to make it more space by click here. Holding shift, you can click multiple things, okay? And holding control, where you can, control is like a batch select, sorry about that. So control, batch select everything, okay? And then holding shift, so you can move this. Why I can't move this is a little bit weird. Okay, I'm good. Yeah, I can move this because I'm not moving. I'm not using mouse, so I'm really sorry about that. I'm using, um, you know, Mac and the touchpad. In fact, so yeah. We got model here. Yeah, let me just click here. We got this model, default model, and model we get this prompts, positive and negative. All right, but here, if you look here, we got this VAE all the way up, and then we got this save image. But let's think about this. We can change this by using the upscale latent. Okay, so basically, remember we got this case sampler. Okay, and we got this output of latent. Okay, we're going to add a case sampler, like after the case sampler. Okay, so I'm going to show you how. Double click, okay, and we case sampler, sample that, right. So case sampler, I'm going to put it here after this case sampler. And when the case sampler finish, instead of just immediately decode this, but instead of decode this, I'm going to get this latent and plug it back to this. Yeah, we can't do that directly because it will be you get a latent image, so we can't do that. So maybe I'm going to use the upscale. Okay, okay. I don't know whether I installed it or not. So upscale latent, yeah, upscale latent by. Okay, so if you don't have this node, just you can just download my workflow and just install the missing custom node here. It doesn't really matter that much. Okay, so we got latent, and we use that as a sample. And right now, so for example, I think it's like a fairly small, like a 512. We can just change that to say, I want to change that by maybe by 2. Okay, I don't want a 1.5. Okay, just change it by 2. So we just become like twice the size. Okay, and what I'm going to do is to get this latent, and we already got a latent, so we can have this plug to the latent image. Okay, so really simple one here. And of course, this latent can also got this VAE decode here. So plug that, and remember it's this color, so we plug that to sample. So we got this information, and we got this save image. Of course, you can use a preview for that. And yeah, there will be just the first round. Okay, this let me just put it here. This will be the first round of save image. Okay, but remember we also got another case sampler. Of course, you can get the exact prompt, or you can get a new prompt here. Okay, I'm going to use the exact prompt because I don't want to change anything. Of course, if you want to use say something new, you can also do that. The case sampler here will have no problem because we got this like a 3. Of course, yeah, model. Let's go back all the way here. We got this model here. I'm going to make a reroute here and make this connected to the model here. So we got a second case sampler. Okay, and of course, latent. Go back here. We should have a VAE decode. So where's the VAE? Yeah, we got a VAE decode. That's good. And Of course, we can have a VAE loader for this, or you can use the initial VAE. Let me just show you. We can use the load a specific VAE, right? And you can plug in, you can fine tune it. It doesn't really matter. Okay, you can use, of course, you can use the VAE here at the start, and so basically just like a two-layer system using the output of the first like low resolution image as a reference and plug that to the second upscale latent. And after you decode this, you can output image, and I believe I can just click and make a output save image here. Okay, and I already run that. As you can see, this definitely not going to give me a best result. As you can see, you got like a rough image like this. Okay, and that's not good. That's not good. Because the second one is something like this. If you go through this the VAE, and it will just to get an upscale image like this. But this is definitely like a completely change of the original one. Why is that? Why is that? Very, very simple. Because you got like a too much of the denoise, and you got like a 1D noise. This is definitely not going to cut it because that would like make everything noise. So just start from scratch. That's basically what you're telling the model to do. So even though you got like the custom loader, I'm going to view queue, and I'm going to cancel it. Okay, so things I know this is not going to work, so I'm going to just cancel it. Okay, and I think it's stuck somehow. Maybe it's the yeah, you got cancelled. So what I'm going to do is to decrease this to maybe something like 0.5. Okay, I want to keep some part, but at the same time, I want to feel the detail. Okay, and it seems you got something like random. So it will, of course, you can upscale method. You can change this. Let's try things out. It's like no rule of this. Let me just yeah. Of course, I can just get away from here, and for consistency, I'll use the VAE here. So I'm going to VAE from start reboot here, and where's my VAE? Yeah, VAE here. Let's go here, add a root, and add it here. So we got another VAE. So we can queue prompt. Let's wait for the result. So I'm still waiting, but I can see that this time the result is much better. So the first time, as you can see, the case sampler, okay, got like a really not so high resolution image, and then we use that as a reference. As you can see, we got upscale. Okay, so we got like more information here. As you can see, it's much more clear. And if you look at the tiny parts, okay, so if you click here, this is much better because right now you do not have a lot of detail. But if you got here, you got tiny parts, and the most importantly is that the tiny parts do make sense. Okay, even though there are like obvious that doesn't make sense things. That is the table here. This should like follow the perspective. So this part maybe because I'm a digital artist, so I'm not worry too much about the say AI does not give a perfect perfect result. If it's a perfect result, out of my job. But if it does not give a perfect result, I can like easily Photoshop it or just simply draw it. Okay. Yeah. So as you can see, this is the final result. I believe I can click and drag it here, so you guys can see the difference, like compare the difference. Okay, so the first time save image without the latent upscale, you got something like this. Okay, and with the latent upscale, you got something like this. I can make it even closer so you guys can see things clearly. Let me just get okay, can I make it like narrower? Yeah, I'll make it here so you guys can compare these two. Okay, of course we got this part here. You can compare these two, but I think this is more straightforward. Okay, so without upscale, with latent upscale, you can keep this tiny part because if you look at this, this doesn't like follow all this like a perspective rule. Sometimes this doesn't make any sense. But if you use this as a rough reference and using latent upscale rather than ultimate upscale, if you use ultimate upscale, you won't get this logical result. You may just get like a really fine-tuned, high resolution wrong kind of drawing, but this is so much better. And you got like a really good resolution. So I love this method. And of course, you can use this method first, use the output here, and use I believe I made a video about the ultimate upscale, and I also shared the workflow on Patreon. So yeah, you can like compare these two methods and or maybe combine these two methods together. Okay. Thanks, and if you think my video is helpful, do please give me a thumb up and subscribe to my channel, right? Thanks, bye.